What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be continuing talking about undrafted free agents for the Miami Dolphins. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Dewayne Hendrix, defensive end out of Pittsburgh. First thing, when we're getting into defensive players for the Dolphins, we're switching to this multiple style scheme, so it's a little bit difficult to place exactly where I'd want him. Let's see. He's decently athletic for his size. He's 6'4" and 265 pounds. But he ran I don't think he was at the combine, but at his pro day he ran a 4.68, which isn't too bad for how big he is. He moves a lot better than I was expecting. Even on film, he definitely showed a little bit of explosiveness. He has some decent arm length, and he does know how to use it to keep the offensive lineman at bay. He doesn't really have much natural bend as far as being a defensive end goes. When he's up against a tackle, he doesn't really bend all that well. Actually, really doesn't bend at all. That's not really something you can coach. It's kind of something you either have or you don't. At least in my opinion. Let me see. His hand fight, using his hands to get blockers off of him. He's not very consistent at it. He's shown evidence of being able to do it, but he just doesn't do it consistently. And he also doesn't rush with a plan too often. Most of the time, he just tries to run down the middle of people or just try to run past him and just assume that he's faster than the offensive lineman. I just like him to add a little bit more actual pass rushing moves, rush with a little bit more of a plan than he does currently. That's something that might be able to be coached. Start pulling some cloth. Maybe add a swim move or something to his game, because right now he's just trying to run down the middle of people, or just rush to the outside, try to defeat the hand. But like I said, that's inconsistent. His ability to defeat an offensive lineman's hands. Where I do like him though is actually against the run. He doesn't over pursue, and especially on like read options and stuff, I've seen him stop and show a little bit of patience and get to the ball carrier, which is pretty good. Shows a decent amount of awareness. I don't mind Dewayne Hendrix. He has a pretty uphill battle athletically. I think he's fine. I just think he has a lot of D-line to learn. I think he really needs to learn how to use his hands better. I think he needs to rush with a plan. He just has a lot of defensive line to learn. Luckily for him, Miami is really hurting for pass rush. Actually, just D-line in general. So he has a chance to make the team, or at least the practice squad. Like I said, we're going to a multiple style scheme. So as far as fit goes, he works as a 4-3 defensive end best. But I guess if he's a 3-4, I'd put him at linebacker. I guess he's not totally. He's pretty decently athletic, so you can probably do that. I think he's best at 4-3 defensive end though. I don't think he has the hands to be a 3-4 defensive end. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of his hand fight. He isn't consistent enough with that. And I think, at least in my opinion, for a 3-4 defensive end, you got to be able to get through two blockers at once. So if you're gonna have to do that, you really have to have some solid hands to be able to get people off of you. And he doesn't do that consistently right now. So yeah, that's all I really got for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.